Kate Brimmer.
And I'm Sophia Cryofis. And it's Christmas! So today we're doing an OG Drink Read Fabio video. And it's Christmas themed.
We're officially in Bookmas.
Yeah!
So obviously because it's our first December vid, I had to recommend a Christmas book. This is Lovelight Farms by BK Borison. Oh my gosh, guys, this is the cutest Christmas book ever. It's friends to lovers and fake dating. She owns a freaking Christmas tree farm. And it basically revolves around this gal. I always forget their names. Stella. So Stella owns a Christmas tree farm, but sadly things have not been going well, and she needs to, you know, pick things back up and make some money. So she wants to win this social media influencers contest. But to do it, she lies and says that she has a boyfriend who she runs the farm with. So she begs her bestie, Luca, who she has a crush on, to fake date her.
Yes.
To try to win the contest.
Doesn't that sound amazing?
Doesn't it sound amazing? And the friggin' cover is like...
The friggin' cover is literally everything. It's everything.
It's the
so
best.
Cute.
So go on and read it, get into that holiday spirit. And I made a Christmas cookie martini to go along with it. Yay!
Yay!
Cheers!
Just a slight heart palpitation, it's fine. Mmm.
It's strong,
You know,
but I like
it's
it.
a martini.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway,
I love it.
we love Christmas cookies.
You're gonna need this for this.
Oh man.
You guys, you're not ready for this.
I'm ready.
Kate's ready.
Show me the book. Show me
so
the
I
book.
got this at an H-E-B in Texas.
Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah. Christmas Wolf Surprise.
Oh my gosh!
We have another wolf book.
You found this at an H-E-B?
Yes. And look at the wolf in the background behind
Who
him.
comes up with these things?
Yes. It is also like, okay, I just noticed this, but they're red wolves, and this is a gray wolf behind him.
Oh, they're red?
Yeah. They're
Nice.
red wolves. Okay, so let's get into it because
Let's go.
this is quite a doozy.
Oh, I cannot wait.
The story starts out with Maverick Wilding.
Mmm.
Can we just talk about that name? Okay.
Have we read a different wolf book with Maverick as the main guy's name?
I think the one I did, his name was Maverick too.
Good.
So it starts off with Maverick Wilding and his brother Josh.
Josh.
They own a reindeer ranch in Oregon. They get a call from the local news station saying someone lost a reindeer in the woods.
Oh no.
Like there's just like this lost reindeer. Or
Okay.
someone saw a reindeer in the woods.
Okay.
And they weren't sure if it was one from their farm.
Oh, okay, okay.
So they decide to go look for the reindeer, but as wolves.
Oh, because they can find it, sense it easier?
Yeah, they're like, because they can cover more ground and they can sense it better or whatever. Maverick and Josh split up. And as Maverick is searching, he spots Gina Hutton walking on the lake to grab some water. Just gonna break
The
the ice and get the lake water.
Is that sanitary?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably if it's like a freshwater lake. Gina is in town with her brother and his friend on a hunt for Bigfoot and werewolves.
What?
Yeah,
What kind of... Okay.
they're Bigfoot hunters, but they decided this time they also want to look for werewolves.
In this world, do they know that werewolves exist? Like, do humans know werewolves exist?
No.
Okay.
There's
So they're just
no
weird.
idea. Yeah. Maverick knows that the ice isn't strong enough for her, so as a wolf, he chases after her to try to stop her. But as he gets to her, he falls into the lake.
He falls in the lake
Yeah.
as a wolf?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like... Yeah. And then as he's like freaking out and she's trying to help him, he cuts her hand with his tooth.
Owie.
Which is a big no-no.
Oh. I'm gonna say why.
Her brother comes to help her get him out. And then finally they do. They go back to their tents and warm up and sleep. Gina tells Maverick she wants to keep him as a pet when he's a wolf.
You're my wolfie now.
You're mine now. But when Gina wakes up, Maverick is gone. It is super early in the morning when she wakes up. And she can see in the dark. And her hand is really hot. Her brother and his friend wake up and they prepare breakfast. After breakfast, they head out to continue their Bigfoot and werewolf hunt.
Okay.
So can you assess what's happening
Is
here?
she turning into a werewolf?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yep. He done goofed.
He done goofed.
On their hunt, Maverick shows up to try and smell her because he can tell by the smell if she's if he accidentally turned her. And
he's like, shit.
He realizes that she is a werewolf.
Oh no.
And he needs to get her alone to tell her. And
he's like,
hey, so I'm that little doggy that you thought I was.
Remember when I accidentally bit you?
Yeah. He introduces himself to all of them and befriends them and it's like, oh, it's cool that you're looking for these things, whatever. And asks them if he can help them hunt. And eventually he gets Gina alone and he tells her. And she doesn't believe him at first, of course. She's like, haha, what? I
wouldn't either.
And then he's like, well, can you smell all these things? Can you see in the dark? Can you blah, blah? And she's like, but yes. And then he's like, okay. So he explains some stuff to her. And then she's like, okay.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, it was really easy. She was like, okay, kind of cool. Sure.
She's like, hey, bro,
like, you're hot. I'll go along with it.
You are on this werewolf hunt? You found one.
He asks her if she wants to come back to the ranch so she can meet the other wolves and so he can keep an eye on her if she transitions into a wolf.
Oh, so he's like, and by the way, any second you're going to turn into a wolf?
Yeah, she doesn't have control. So he's like, you could turn anytime, so you kind of need to come with me. He takes her to his ranch and tells her more about the wolf shifters. 'Cause that's what he likes to call it. He's like, we're not werewolves, we're wolf shifters. And she gets ready for the wolf Christmas party!
Christmas party! Because remember Christmas werewolves.
It's Christmas. And he goes, knowing what we are and what you are now too, maybe we can date?
Oh.
If you're not seeing anyone else right now.
That was fast.
Extremely fast.
Cool.
He just met her, but it's fine. And she says yes, so.
Good. They're like, you're hot. You're hot. I'm now a werewolf. Might as well date a werewolf.
A wolf man, one of the wolf pack guys, comes to the cabin. And his name is Jim Salsa. And he is a Mexican gray wolf. I'm like, lady, could you not get any more on the nose? Also, what is Jim? Why is his first name Jim? Yeah, I just read that and I was like,
my first...
Girl, what are you talking about?
My first comment for that is, don't love that.
Don't love that. Yep. After he leaves, she asks Maverick to show him shifting into a wolf. Because she's like, I need to see this for real. For real. But to shift, he needs to take off all of his clothes.
Oh, of course. So
every single last bit. Yeah, so he strips in front of her.
Yeah.
And then he shifts back and forth a couple of times.
And she's probably like, he's naked.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god, he's so hot. And then while he's still naked, he goes over and hugs her.
Why?
And apologizes for accidentally turning her into a wolf.
He's like, bow, 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 I'm so sorry.
And then she kisses him. They just met.
But they're already
today.
dating.
I know. But
they met today?
Yes. This is still the same day.
Oh, man. They're moving quick.
Then they get ready and go to the party. Gina's brother and his friends show up, and they try to get in, but they can't because they aren't invited, aka they're not wolves. But the head wolf, get ready for this name, Ladolf Wildhaven.
What are these names?
What are these names? Like, what is that? Ladolf Wildhaven eventually allows them in for some reason.
Okay.
After the party, her brother and his friends are suspicious of them being wolves or whatever. So they decide to tell them that they have wolf dogs as pets.
Okay.
She goes to sleep at her own apartment, and in the morning she gets a complaint that there was a dog barking and howling in her apartment in the middle of the night. And she's like, wait, did I turn into a wolf in my sleep and I don't remember? Whoa. Then her parents call her, and she asks them if they want to come visit the ranch and have dinner with her and Maverick so they can meet him. They agree, and the rest of the day she helps Maverick around the ranch. That night, she shifts in her sleep again, but has no memory of it. She only knew because she woke up naked and there was fur in the sheets. Stupid. She gets ready for the day for dinner with her parents. Her parents love the ranch and love Maverick. Duh. It's a successful dinner. Once they leave, Gina tells Maverick she's going to shower and asks him to join her.
Yeah.
They do stuff in the shower, but they can't have sex because then they will be mates for life. Because wolves mate for life.
Oh, that's how it happens.
Yep. That's how it happens.
Sometimes they bite each other. Sometimes they are born that way. Sometimes when you fuck, you're stuck.
When you fuck, you're stuck.
You're stuck.
Then they go to bed and fall asleep together. The next day they work around the ranch. Again, so boring. Weston calls her saying he's still suspicious about the wolves and says he wants pictures of them.
Oh.
She hangs up and decides to figure that out later.
Good.
But he ends up showing up at the ranch. So Maverick calls his friends and gets two of them to pretend to be the wolf dogs. Yeah, he's like, buddies, I need a favor. And they're like, woof, woof. Pretending to be these like little docile wolf dogs.
Can you imagine if, like, Sophia, I'm so sorry, I need you to pretend to be a cat for me.
A cat?
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm so sorry. When my parents come over.
Oh, I thought you were asking me to do it right now.
At least I know you would.
I was down right then. I was like, okay.
Can you imagine though, like, if my parents were coming over and I was like, Sophia, I'm so sorry, my parents think you're a cat.
Yeah.
Can you please be my cat for the day?
But Weston, her brother, decides to show up to the blue. Luckily, the wolves are on their way to pretend. As they're chatting, Gina feels strange, like she's about to change.
Oh no.
So she hurries out to the bathroom.
Bad timing.
Yep, of course. And Maverick just kind of tries to like keep him busy. After a while of her being in the bathroom, Maverick goes to check on her, and he finds her in the bathroom as a wolf. So it's the first time she's like cognizant of being in a wolf's body. And he tells her she's beautiful, and she licks his face.
Ew.
As a dog.
She's like,
Yeah, she's like horrible. Her tongue's are red. Then he asks her if she's ready to show her brother that she's a wolf. Just right then and there. And she nods, and she follows Maverick back out to the kitchen where Weston is, which is her brother. Weston asks Maverick where Gina is, and Maverick looks behind him at Gina, the wolf, and says, Gina, the wolf shifter extraordinaire! That's the way he does it.
what?
Yep.
Wasn't the dad joke?
Yep. And Weston laughs because he thinks it's a joke. And then Maverick is like, no, seriously, this is your sister. And I'm going to shift in front of you if you want me to. So he gets naked in front of her brother.
He's like, I'll show you.
He's like, I'll show you. Tear away pants. And changes into a wolf. And then bites her brother.
Why?
Because he's like, now you know.
So you have to be a werewolf too?
Yeah.
But it was without consent.
Yep.
What if he didn't want to be a werewolf?
Too bad. They made that choice for him. Dumb. Weston is like, I can't believe this is real, but like,
I'm game.
Cool.
They're all fine with it.
Yeah.
They're all fine
He's
with
like,
it.
honestly, I've been searching my whole life for this, and to know it's real and that I am one now, pretty cool.
Awesome. He's like, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Thanks for that. Later that night, Weston shifts and runs with all the wolves through the woods. They're just like,
Let's
having
go.
fun. We're running around. Then Maverick asks her to move in with him.
These books sometimes, man.
I know. I'm like, y'all be moving so fast.
I just can't.
She agrees, and of course, and they go to her apartment to pack up all her stuff. Then they get back to his place, and they do some stuff in bed.
But they can't have sex.
But they can't have sex. Not yet. The next day, they have this event that boosts their reindeer ranch, blah, blah, blah. And then they have a nice dinner at Maverick's brother and sister-in-law's house.
Mm-hmm.
That night, they're about to do some spicy things, but then Gina has to shift.
Oh, Gina.
And they go running together through the woods. They frolic as wolves. Once they're back at the cabin, she shifts back into a human and tells Maverick she's in love with him.
Whoa.
And he says he feels the same. And then they have sex.
Whoa! They're like, we love each other. So mates for life.
Yeah, soulmates. For life.
For life.
For life. And these werewolves live a lot longer than humans, so. Nice.
Nice.
Then they go run as wolves again. Because Gina shifts again.
Because wolves.
Because wolves. Wolves! The next morning, while they're having breakfast, Weston calls, but he hangs up abruptly, and Gina's like, I can tell something's wrong. Maverick gathers his friends and security people to go to his place and check it out. I said that so loud. Yeah! Check it out. They find his buddies are there trapping him and trying to, like, figure out what's going on. So they, like, have him gone
Weston's.
and locked him in
Poor
with his
Weston.
buddy that he's also a werewolf. Because they're, like, questioning him, and they're like, what are you? Are you a werewolf? Do you know about werewolves? Like, what's going on? And the police arrest, the werewolf police, arrest the guys, and take them to prison. And in prison, they tell the guys the lowdown. They're like, yep, they're werewolves. This is what's going on. And then they change them into werewolves. Because apparently
all the friends?
Yep. Because apparently once they heard all the perks of being a werewolf, they were like,
I want
okay,
one.
I want it. I want in. Everyone just goes so easily. I'm like,
They were
this is
about
a
to
life-
kill them for being a werewolf.
mm,
And now they're like, me too, man.
They wouldn't have killed him.
Oh, okay. They
But
just
they-
wanted him happy.
They just
prepared.
like, you have to be shifted because you know about us now.
No, I'm saying the friends were going to kill them.
Oh, yeah.
And now the friends are like, sounds pretty cool.
Sounds pretty cool, so I guess I'll be part of it. They're like, you didn't invite me, so I'm gonna kill you. You left me out of this cool shit.
Are you a werewolf or not?
After that, Maverick asks Gina if they want to get married. And she says yes.
How long is it?
But they're already mated, so.
well, they're
like,
already
it's
stuck
just-
for life, so.
They're like, so it's just kind of for formality. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. The next night is Christmas Eve.
honestly, they already basically got married.
Yeah, they did.
It
And even
sucks,
that's
though.
not even as crazy as marriage. Because
You're stuck.
You're stuck. No other
No
wolf,
divorce.
No other wolf's gonna want you after you mate.
It's not.
So.
It's like the 1800s all over again.
Yep. Like when you're shunned because
you
had sex with someone who wasn't your husband.
They're like,
You're like, no man
poor.
will want you now.
and you will be poor, and nobody will take care of you.
Mm-hmm. The next night is Christmas Eve, and they're having a dinner party with some of their wolf friends, Gina's brother and her parents. Gina's parents. And they,
Gina's parents.
yeah, named Reggie and Faye.
Oh my gosh.
I know. What are these names? What are these names?
At least it's not salsa.
At least it's not salsa. They tell the parents they are engaged, and the parents are like, congrats, this is fast. But sure. And they like kind of hint at them being werewolves, but the parents don't pick up on it. They like kind of like laugh it off, and they're like, okay. Then Gina sleepwalks as a wolf when her parents are staying with them.
What is it with her and sleepwalking as a wolf?
Because she sleepwalked as a human. And so now it just happens together. So she'll turn into a wolf, but she doesn't know what she's doing. So they see a wolf coming through the house, and they're like, hello, who is this? And they're like, oh, this is our other wolf dog. The next morning, which is Christmas morning, the parents are like, are you sure it's safe to keep these wolves around as pets? Like, what if you have children? They're wild animals. And they're like, we'll figure that out later. And then they open presents, eat lunch, yada yada. At dinner, they tell the parents they are werewolves.
So then they...
And explain everything to them. And the parents don't believe it, like, at all. Like, they're the ones who are really like,
Skeptic.
This is a joke. Like,
they're like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. Why are you, is this like an April Fool's joke? Like,
Yeah.
what's... The parents don't believe it. And Maverick is like, I can show you right here, right now, but I have to get naked, or I can go in the other room, but you won't see it actually happening in real life. And the dad's like, do it, right here. So Maverick strips in front of the parents. Right in front of them. Can you imagine your boyfriend
Absolutely
taking
not.
his clothes off in front of your parents?
Absolutely not.
And then turning into a wolf? I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my gosh. This guy.
Then he shifts back. They talk a little bit more because they're like, this is a magic trick, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And then, out of the blue, without warning, Maverick's brother also strips and changes for them into a wolf. And I'm like, these parents came for dinner and they got a whole show.
They got a whole
show. Then the dad is like, fine, I'll humor you. If you're really a wolf, bite me and we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's how it happens. No discussion, just like,
do it.
well,
I dare
do
you.
it.
I dare you.
And so Maverick bites him, and then the mother's like, well, I'm not gonna be left out, so do it to me too.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah. So he bites her too. And
now they're a whole werewolf family.
And then they don't talk about it really, and then they play charades.
What?
White people. That's all I'm saying. The next morning, the parents are like, ooh, we don't feel any different. And Maverick's like,
just you wait.
can you smell the air? Like, can you smell things? Can you see in the dark? And he's like, oh, wait, you're right. I can hear everything too. And he's like, if you told me I had to ditch my hearing aid, I would have done this a lot sooner. White people. And then I was like, yeah, I was about to have to get a hearing aid too. This is great.
I listened to a lot of rock concerts as a kid.
Yeah.
My hearing, it's gone.
And then they all shift into wolves, every single person, including the parents, and then they run in the woods together as a family. The end.
That's it.
Yep. Isn't that fucking weird?
So weird.
I was like, what the hell is happening?
They brought the family in.
I know.
And you're a wolf. And you're a wolf. And everybody's a werewolf. The end. And we all love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
For turning me into a werewolf.
And I'm like, if they, I mean, a lot of them were born into it, so they don't like change a lot of people. But like they had to bring in everyone's family that they changed.
They changed a lot of people in the book.
Yeah. They changed 5 people. No, 6.
Wow. Basically all the people on the... Also, did anybody find Bigfoot?
No. And they made jokes about it at the end. They're like, Bigfoot. Who knows if he's real? Ha ha ha. But we found the werewolves.
And now I am one.
And now I am one. Woohoo. Alright, so as you can see, there's a lot of parts where I tabbed it because there's so many hilarious quotes. But I'm not obviously going to have you read all of them, so...
When they reached the bedroom, all Gina could think of was having wild and crazy sex with the hot wolf. I'm not shifting, she said. but I'm definitely ready for some hot loving. She wanted to make love, but she wanted to play too.
What?
What?
There's so many quotes. With
Hot lovin'.
Oh, Gina's a zoologist, just by the way. So to make this more, yeah, she's like, I love animals. This is gonna be so fun for me.
My dream.
My dream
To become one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as a zoologist, I study all kinds of animal behavior, including courting and sexual behavior. Maverick smiled. Now you're studying Lupus gamoris. What? Garos? Lupus garus.
Gross.
Gross.
I don't know.
Gross.
Gross.
Courting and sexual behavior. I am, but as an aside. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're one hot specimen of a wolf.
Ow!
But I have to say, when it comes to courting me, you are way ahead of the rest of the wolf bachelors in the pack.
Oh!
Is that like their sexy talk?
Yes, like,
flirting?
ooh, you wolfie.
I'm a zoologist, so I'm really good at this. So, on this podcast, we rate our books on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the... 5 being how drunk... on this podcast, we rate our books based from a scale of 1 to 5 on how drunk you need to be to read this book and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we go from slightly buzzed, tipsy, drunk, stumbling, and blackout. So, what was this, Sophia?
Blackout.
Your first one!
My first blackout, y'all. She was bad. She was bad. And I already read a wolf book, and it was really bad too. But that one, like, was kind of funny. This one, like, was so cringy.
Oh, man.
And the storyline? Why did they change everyone into a wolf? And why was everyone okay with it? Are these people normal?
No.
And Jim Salsa? Who is Jim Salsa?
Who is Jim Salsa?
Get help for justice for Jim Salsa. I'm just saying, like, what is happening? What is happening? So yeah, that's what I rated that.
Oh, wow. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
We got our second blackout of the
Christmas
pod.
wolf surprise.
Also that name.
I know.
Wolf
So
surprise.
bad. Wolf
Everybody's
surprise.
a werewolf.
I mean, it's kind of how it was. It was like, you're a werewolf. Woo!
But it's fine. It's
fine.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for turning me into a wolf without my consent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is really good.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Crazy.
yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Well, guys, if you like this pod, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok. Listen to us on Spotify if you want. Listen to us on Apple Music if you want. We obviously are here on YouTube as well. So, all the things. And see you guys next time on
Drink Read Fabio.
Bye.